Put out the word. Bring that rugged, get real shit. Word. Get props over here. This gone.
Yeah. Ready or not?
All suckers, purple and straight, hands down low from state to state.
All right, here we go. Coming to you live and direct. Welcome to Word is Bond presents a Scholastic Spotlight on 94.9 CHRW, All Women's Voices Day. My name is Skulastic. I am a female MC and producer, originally from Vancouver, BC, but currently based on Vancouver Island. And I've been rapping and producing since about 2009. Rocked quite a few shows, mostly in BC and even in some in Europe. Probably got around 200 shows under my belt, have opened up with some of the biggest names in hip hop, you know, the whole deal. But really didn't get serious till music till 2010. I released my self-titled debut album February 7th, 2013. It was completely written, recorded, and produced by me front to back. It's a good introduction to what I'm all about. And so right now I think we're gonna get to the first song, the intro off Skulastic, my debut album.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing.
Finally, I'm breaking down the door. Took a minute to figure out what I stood for. Integrity, honesty, being yourself with no fucking apology. I wanted to have fun and spit with purpose, and I've only begun to scratch the surface. So many avenues I want to pursue. When I get mine, I'ma give it right back to you. I'm the right blend between rap and feminine, more comfortable in my own skin than I've ever been. So you can label me as you will, but I'll reinvent myself any way I damn feel. I like my beats fat, up-tempo. In fact, it's yours truly on every instrumental. And if this is too soft, lame ass, I'm up to bet you're I'm smiling in the photo.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing.
Once again doing my thing. Skulastic.
Queen of MCing. Queen of MCing.
Right, so you're still listening to the Scholastic Spotlight on 94.9 CHRW. I am Skulastic, and the song that you just heard was off my self-titled debut album, the intro title track, Skulastic, produced by me. Now, a lot of people ask me when it comes to making beats, what do I do? What do I use? I actually started making beats because a lot of producers wouldn't give me the time of day, or they would just try to throw me really not so good beats or try to sell me beats when I had no money. So I figured I have classical piano background. I'm gonna try to do this myself, being the self-learner that I am. So I started making beats using Fruity Loops on a PC, and I moved up from that and I acquired some gear, a MIDI keyboard, and now I use Logic Pro and a MIDI, and just basically use my ear to guide me. But I'm always trying to learn new things and evolve my production. And what's great is that I have total control, total creative control from front to back when writing a song, and that is really awesome.
Word is born.
You're still listening to Word is Bond presents a Scholastic Spotlight, 94.9 CHRW. We got Chase March on the boards. And I think the next song that we're going to get into is called The Bridge. Once again, off my self-titled debut album, completely produced by me. There is a video out on YouTube for this song. If you want to YouTube it, you should. It was shot over a 1 month span in Europe and Vancouver. Co-edited by me, but mostly filmed and directed by my brother, who coincidentally enough is a film major. And in the song, I really wanted to explore how a lot of artists, when they're first starting out, they get lost in a lot of influences and they have a hard time finding out who they are. Like, a lot of people, like, the catchphrase of the industry these days is do you, but I think really the question a lot of people haven't asked is like, well, who are you and what do you represent? I mean, it's easy enough for someone to say do you, but if you don't know what that is, you're basically falling for anything and standing for nothing, pretty much. So I wanted to explore that, and in the song I also wanted to explore the constant battle between these so-called like hip-hop purists and the mainstream kind of 808 and heartbreak, like, I don't know, maybe they kind of like bash on the old school a little bit. I just wanted to explore those two extreme groups and how everything comes full circle, and you know, there's a bridge in between that gap, just like the song, where those two worlds meet and coexist. So yeah, once again, the beat produced by me, and this song has actually been used to date in about 100 plus YouTube videos. So tutorials, everything from like makeup tutorials to like track and field, like cycling marathons, you name it. But yeah, it's a really good song, so let's check that out right now on 94.9 CHRW.
I'ma tell it like it is and bridge the gap between old school cats and this new wave of rap bags. I don't take sides, I spit facts. Finish at a real point when I rip tracks. I see friction between two extremes. Picture a new artist just getting into things. They only know what's out now, so to get their start, they use what's hot as their benchmark and imitate it as best they can, and only get so far like water in a dam. On the other hand, realize the 90s are gone. Understand every era needs a sound to reflect on. But things don't change, they only progress and come back to where they started, like a bird to a nest. Either way, don't sit and hate cause you can't relate. Don't sit and hate cause you can't relate.
When am I gonna do now? When me a style come true, the youth them come on. Now with the bills that them do. When am I gonna do now? When me a style come true, the youth them come on. Now with the bills that them do.
I'll give you the best of both worlds, like having a crib in the city and one in the burbs. I'm perfecting, mastering my craft, respecting the future, present, and the past. I'm bumping Kendrick Lamar and KRS-One. I'm dropping knowledge, wilding out and having fun. I wanna have my cake and eat it too. And if you say that I can't, it's just for you. When they say be yourself and you'll go far, what they really mean is figure out who the fuck you are, which is easier said than done, especially with so many influences to draw from. Sometimes you gotta shut it all out, go for yours, embrace your strengths and your flaws. Start off by being sincere, then make the type of music that you wanna hear.
When am I gonna do now? When me a style come true, the youth them come on. Now with the bills that them do. When am I gonna do now? When me a style come true, the youth them come on. Now with the bills that them do. Now what am I gonna do?
It's definitely the jam.
I made that beat by accident, really. It was a sample I had chopped up, and I started playing these chords to complement the sample, and I'm like, forget the sample, these chords are off the chain, I'm using these chords, right? And so that's how the beat came to be. It's got this like Jamaican kind of Latin flavor to it, which I really love. On a side note, I also wanted to say that in between my two projects, I did release a free beat CD, and the plan for me is to, like, after every rap release, there will be a beat CD put out. And also artists, rappers, if you're listening, I make custom beats. Feel free to hit me up for that. Where's my love? Performing, because that's where, like, it all comes together and it's so in the moment. But I think writing and producing go hand in hand. I also really like producing for other artists as well, especially when they have something to bring to the table other than, oh, make me something that's dope, you know, like when they actually have a thought and an idea that they want to see from start to finish. Because make me something that's dope isn't really, it's not a lot to work with. And also, I would say I've got a lot of love for spreading my vision and my passion and my story. If there's anything that I would be really well known for, it's telling a story that people could relate to and painting a vision and a picture and an image in your head. I've noticed that as I write more tracks, that I always want to kind of bring them together that way with like a start, middle, and end. And also to like talk about the truths that people feel a lot, but they're never given a voice because maybe they're not like so glamorous. I wanted to say that a lot, and that, you know, people are thinking them in the back of their minds, but there's no one saying it out loud. And I want to be that person that's saying it out loud. Okay, we are going to throw to Searching. I get super excited and you can hear the happiness in my voice, but really, I was going through some stuff, and this was a very personal song for me where I kind of like had to face some demons. And while I'm going through this stuff, I realized like all these people around me, like they're going through the same kind of thing, but with different situations and different things. And I thought, I need to get this out. I need to get this off my chest and like face my own truth and my own demons. And the song turned out beautifully. Like, I even get chills when I hear it, even though I've heard it a million times. And another thing is, me and my associate, my brother, we just finished shooting a video for this track a couple weeks ago. I'm actually in the process of editing it right now, and it should be out late December, early January, I think. And if you listen to the song, you can relate to it, please hit me up and tell me what you think and how you feel. But I really do think that is a song that says a lot. And if you're going through some stuff, it should tell you that you're not alone. You're not the only one. So here it is, Searching, off my recently released Ups and Downs EP. CHRW 94.9.
Searching so damn long, searching so damn long, searching so damn long, searching so damn long. Round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I said, round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I've been searching so damn long, I've been working too damn hard, I've been trying to make ends meet, both ways down on a one-way street. Saying it's a one-way street that you just can't compete with, cause you'll make every excuse in the book to repeat it. And even though you hate it, you feel like you need it, then the sequence becomes more frequent. Yeah, so what's balance if it becomes a challenge? Just another challenge that you fail to balance. Like, good lord, is this the result to being bored, ignored, unadored, and unattained? Big things, big names, big dreams, but all it ever seems is broken at the seams. Big things, big names, big dreams, but all it ever seems is broken at the seams. Saying, round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I said, round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I've been searching so damn long, I've been working too damn hard, I've been trying to make ends meet, both ways down on a one-way street. Saying it's a one-way street that's got you past the brink, feeling like your life is at a time out of sync. Pills, weed, and drink so you can numb what you feel and forget what others think and forget what others think. Get it? It's like being anti-apathetic. We all got someone we call upon to medic. I don't care how you wanna rationalize or disguise it, just make sure it ain't a crutch you can't part ties with. Now I know why it took me so long to pen this song, to let you know that you ain't alone. I sing the song of the silent struggle, it's the same damn one that we all have to muscle. Saying, round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I said, round and round we go, where it stops, no one knows. I've been searching so damn long, I've been working too damn hard, I've been trying to make ends meet, both ways down on a one-way street. Saying, searching so damn long, searching so damn long, searching so damn long, searching so damn long.
I remember even when I first started rapping, maybe even before I had the name Scholastic, I hit up Eternia. This is back in like the MySpace days. And I'm like, I'm a female and I just started rapping, and you know, you've inspired me and I've looked up to you. What kind of advice do you have to give? I was shocked that she responded. I was like, oh wow, this is so cool. And she was just like, keep at it and don't let any guys try to like screw you around, because they will try. And you just gotta stand your ground. And I'm like, okay. At the time, I'm like, I don't know what she means, but it totally makes sense now. Actually, there hasn't been any obstacles. Maybe once or twice I had, you know, some people be like, some dudes be like, oh, if you ever want to be taken seriously, you gotta battle MCs. No one's ever gonna take you seriously unless you battle. And I'm like, what? I don't think that's true. But that was like the very rare. That only happened a couple times. But other than that, it's been all fair game. And I haven't really had any obstacles for the female thing, to be honest. And I would just say to any female MC out there, don't use it as a crutch, but take it to your advantage in the smartest ways possible. I mean, why not? Okay, some of my favorite female MCs. Let's see. Well, I'd have to go back. I'd say Queen Latifah is like probably my most favorite female MC, just because she embodies this conscious kind of like positive presence without it being preachy and in your face, and she does it kind of like so effortlessly. I don't know, I've always just kind of idolized that. And plus like the attitude in her music and how it was like combined with like those jazzy boom bap beats, I really love that. And then on the flip side, another favorite female MC of mine is probably Foxy Brown. She kind of did the opposite and was a little bit more in your face and a little bit on the edgier side of things. I always liked her tunes, for sure. Present day, there's so many good female MCs coming out. It's so awesome to see that it's like better than a lot of what the dudes are doing. But really, when you look at it, it's not a male-female thing. The music speaks for itself, regardless of if you're a male or female or white or black. If I close my eyes, you know, when I hear the music, I don't hear, oh, this is a girl, or like this person must be black, or like, I just hear the music. And if it's got me nodding or moving, then you know it's hitting a part of my brain and a part of my like physical sense that all that other stuff doesn't matter. But what I was gonna say about female MCs today, like Eternia, she always inspired me. There's some good female MCs in the States, like Nitty Scott MC, Reverie, Gavlin, Snow the Product. I think that's all I can name off the top of my head for right now. But I know there's other ones, and they're just coming out of the woodworks, and it's so good to see. So you're still listening to the Scholastic Spotlight. I am your host, Scholastic. We got Chase March on the boards. And right now we're going to get into another track from my Ups and Downs EP that I released in October. It's called What You've Got, featuring another female MC from Up Island, from Ladysmith, Aria Silenced. And now this girl's been rapping for way longer than I have, probably about a decade, whereas I'm like half, maybe. And we found out about each other through a mutual friend. She'd been rapping for like a decade. She'd already kind of like done the whole touring thing, been on tour with like Living Legends and Jedi Mind Tricks, and recorded this many albums and all this stuff. And we got together and recorded this track just about like relationships and our different take on them, and realizing kind of at the end of the song, realizing what we really want, kind of thing. But the cool thing with collaborating with her was that we are so different. She's kind of like raw and off the bat, and I'm kind of like more like perfectionist and a little premeditated and kind of trying to make everything like, you know, perfect. And our styles are so different, our flows are so different. We are like black and white, and so it was really cool to be in that environment. Like if she's like Sage Francis in Atmosphere, and I'm like Queen Latifah and Rakim, and those two worlds met. She, you know, came into the studio like looking like a girl, and I showed up in my sweatpants. So it's like we're so black and white, night and day. But it was really amazing rocking with her. And I also think we're going to be working on a project together. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full-out album or maybe just like a 5-track EP, but it will be really interesting to see those two worlds collide. I like the boom bap, kind of like jazzy, funky beats, and she's like more like ambient and industrial, so we're gonna have to put those two worlds together on this project. Anyways, enough talking, more music. This is What You've Got featuring Aria Silence on 94.9 CHRW.
When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? I said it and I meant it 100 times. You read it in my eyes and on my face like a barcode embedded. Set the barcode was forget it. I work at it stupid. Co-workers relay info while you try to play Cupid with yourself. Whatever drunk slut will pay attention or pay for your drinks. But who am I to mention? A word call me a silly girl and I'll agree. Forever letting you to get anywhere close to me. Don't say the L word, it means nothing anymore. Cause love, it don't live here, not no more. You say it doesn't matter, then act all surprised when I mimic your game, and yet you hate when I'm with other guys. When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? Hey yo, I said it and I meant it like a barcode embedded. Lay it on the table so you don't forget it. Halfway between commitment and just letting you hit it is me getting what I want. Selfish, isn't it? That's just the way the record spins. I'm looking for a friend who wants to kick it with their back to the wind. Someone with a mind and not just a blank check. An ultimate connect and a mutual respect. Space, freedom, bounce when I don't need them. Say that ain't fair, say it ain't misleading. So in the end, it's me walking through that door telling you, yeah, I do know what I'm looking for. When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? When you come walking through that door, then you come crawling back for more. Do you know what you want when you don't know what you got? Ayo, I said it and I meant it. 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 Ayo, I said it and I meant it.
Alright, we're back on Word is Bond with Chase March. I am Skulastic. This is the Skulastic Spotlight, and the track you just heard was What You've Got featuring Aria Silence off my Ups and Downs EP that I recently released in October. What's interesting for me is seeing how my creative writing process has evolved, but also kind of like stayed the same throughout the years. For me, when I write, it's different based on the song and the theme. Some songs come to me on the fly and they're random. I make the beat and I write the song, and others are a little bit more premeditated. I know what the theme is. I'm like, this has to be said. I gotta get this out, and then just like figuring out a way to get there. Inspiration hits me at the randomest times, when I'm on the bus, when I'm walking, when I'm working my day job. That's why I seem so daydreamy, because I'm usually thinking of lyrics in my head, like, oh, it just also different experiences and situations give me a lot of inspiration. Like I said, sometimes a song is like bam, start to finish, beat, done, but other times it's like this progression where it like builds momentum and it goes through a lot of like rough kind of cuts, rough drafts, and then before I get like the final song done. So that's always really interesting for me. I just use a pen and paper. I'm old school, I'm old fashioned, I guess you could say. There's something about the pen and the paper that really just makes things real for me, versus like writing it in my phone as if I was texting someone. That's not how I write a song. But yeah, so this has been the show, the Skulastic Spotlight. If you want to get a hold of me on Twitter at Skulastic, youtube.com/ScholasticC. I will spell it out phonetically. It is SKULASTIC. That's SKULASTIC. Once again, SKULASTIC, because I'm a rapper and we just like to misspell everything. That's how I spell my name. If you're out there and you're listening and you like what you heard so far, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me on the world of the web. I look forward to hearing from you. And yeah, that's been the show. Thank you very much for having me. Keep it locked on your one and only station, 94.9 CHRW Skulastic. I'm out.
Hey, what up, Golden? Life is good, for real.
She out here on the road. She gotta live in the cold. If she wanna survive, she gotta live by the code.
What up, life? I'm feeling content. I said what I felt, cause I felt what I meant. A little more strut to my step, a little more fight when I rap, and it's bright when it's kept in the right perspective, in a tight collective. Anything that you want, you can get it. And don't let them tell you otherwise. Don't fall back, bow down, and don't compromise. It's our promise. See a lot of dollars, see a lot of people that aren't being honest. See a lot of friends and you see a lot of foes. Live by the code, it's the way it goes.
She out here on the road. She gotta live in the cold. If she wanna survive, she gotta live by the code.
So let's raise a glass to the future and the past. Things you never had, help you blaze your path. But you won't see it at first sight. Go get 'em like it's your birthright. Make 'em feel something, get a little vocal. You know it all works out the way it's supposed to. Don't bend or fold, break the mold. Head high, it's the code. It's our promise. See a lot of dollars, see a lot of people that aren't being honest. See a lot of friends and you see a lot of foes. Live by the code, it's the way it goes.
She out here on the road. She gotta live in the cold. If she wanna survive, she gotta live by the code. She gotta live by the code. Yeah.
Hey, life is good for real, yeah. Life is good for real.
What's up? What's good? This is Skulastic, and you're listening to Word is Bond Rap Radio with Chase March on 94.9 CHRW.